Fence Solutions by Active Yards. No matter what your needs are, we have a high-quality, maintenance-free Active Yard solution that is right for you. Don't miss our Install in the Fall savings coupled with our no-money-down, interest-free financing so together we can make your dream a reality. So give us a call today or go online to DennisvilleFence.com to request a free estimate and be sure to mention that you want to install in the fall.
Go experience. Go for the best. Pick up the phone and call Dennisville Fence. 1-800-499-BEST.
Visit DennisvilleFence.com.
Get in the zone. AutoZone.
Welcome to AutoZone. What are you working on today? So you've got an oil change coming up. You can go farther and save on full synthetic with our oil change special. Right now, you can get 5 quarts of Valvoline Advanced Full Synthetic with an STP Extended Life Oil Filter for just $33.99. Get the parts you need when you need them at AutoZone or AutoZone.com. Restrictions apply.
Is your home ready for the season? Worried about rooms that just won't stay warm this winter? Call Jenkins Plumbing and Heating today to ask about a new energy-efficient system from American Standard Heating and Air Conditioning or a Mitsubishi Douglas system. With generous financing options through South Jersey Gas or Atlantic City Electric, plus additional savings through rebates from your local utility companies. Upgrading your system could also help lower your utility bills. Call Jenkins today or visit jenkinsandsons.com.
This holiday season, Straight Talk Wireless is letting you say yes a lot more with real unlimited data. Yes to sharing pics of the ugliest holiday sweaters. Yes to checking weather on the go for surprise sledding trips. And with a free phone at sign up, let the yes-tivities begin.
No way!
Yes way. Straight Talk, real unlimited data. Available at Walmart or straighttalk.com. Offer valid through 1/5/25 while supplies last at participating stores. Taxes and fees apply. Requires in-store activation on select single line plans. Limit of 2 phones per customer. For network management practices, visit straighttalk.com.
Hi, it's Pete from Chickie and Pete's. Wrap up your workday with the all-new Chickies and Pete's Happy Hour with unbeatable specials weekdays from 4 to 6 p.m. Enjoy half-price orders of Chickies medium tender wings, one of our tasty and delicious pizzas, or an order of mouth-watering hot, cold, or fried shrimp. Plus $3 domestic bottled beers, $5 Tito's, and $6 seltzers. It's the all-new Happy Hour, weekdays, 4 to 6 p.m., only at Chickies and Pete's. Hi, it's Pete from Chickie and Pete's. Now, for a limited time, it's buy one, get one free snow crab legs every Tuesday and Wednesday. Buy one, get one free, and enjoy the sweet, delicate flavor of snowy white crab meat. Pair it with one of our handcrafted cocktails like the Stoli Vanilla Creamsicle or the Bourbon Peach Sweet Tea. Top it off with Chickie and Pete's world famous crab fries. Buy one, get one free snow crab legs every Tuesday and Wednesday for a limited time. Restrictions apply only at Chickies and Pete's.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Subscription required. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hi, I'm Dr. Peter Stahl, board-certified urologist and senior vice president of men's sexual health at HIMSS. In my 12 years of practice as a reproductive urologist, I've helped many guys with ED, and it has never been more convenient to treat than it is right now, thanks to HIMSS. It really wasn't easy before. You had to take time out of your day, come to a physical office, and see a specialist like me in person. Now, through HIMSS.com, you can get world-class sexual health care and a full range of treatment options for ED through a 100% online process. It starts with a free assessment from a medical provider licensed in your state who can determine if ED treatment is right for you. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. So don't wait. Join the hundreds of thousands of guys who've gotten help for their ED through HIMSS.
To start your free online visit and find ED treatment at up to 95% off brand name prices, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit.
Are you ready for a breakfast game changer? Discover Hot Bagels and more with locations in Margate, Northfield, Summers Point, and Atlantic City. They serve hot, fresh bagels crafted daily in a variety of flavors that will keep you coming back for more. Don't miss their homemade tuna and chicken salads along with delicious soups. Plus, check out their lunch specials and party platters. Perfect for gatherings and holiday meetings. Swing by Hot Bagels and More and experience the bagel game changer today. Visit hotbagelsandmore.com or stop in today. Home of the Philadelphia Eagles. Sixers.
Oh, baby.
And Flyers.
Okay, I like
Career and
I wanted him to go to the Olympics was to go around these guys and learn. And they said that's what he took from it. He went there. So my question is, what happened from there to now. And that's why I brought up yesterday, is he not playing because he is that ticked off about that leak?
That would be sad if that's the case.
Well,
right?
you still think he's hurt. When you say that, you still think he is hurt and not able to play, or you're saying that he's able to play but just protesting?
I don't question whether he's got something wrong. We know his knee's going to be a problem.
How can you not question that at this point?
Well, the report came out from The Athletic that they knew that the knee was messed up after the Olympics. They knew going into it, and with the entire contract situation. They knew.
Something's always messed up with him. That's my point. Is he 100%? No. Is that knee injury lingering? Clearly. But you either at some point in your life, in your career, you have to say, I'm going to play through this or I'm not going to play through this. Right? At some point, you have to say, I'm a superstar or I'm not a superstar.
And I think he said, I have played through these things before and you don't appreciate me. So you know what? I have played through them in the past and I'm not doing it anymore.
No,
because
this ain't working though, MG. I hear you. He's played through some things in the past, but in and out of the lineup and not able to ever build any type of chemistry or not able to lead this team properly. What are we talking about? Right? Like he hasn't played through it. He hasn't. At the end of the day, him doing what he's doing right now, this quote plan, which is BS, is
he did
not
play last season in the playoffs. He was rushed back to an extent. After surgery.
Those are the ones. You know, when he breaks his face and he says, I didn't need to play. I came back to try to help my team win. You know, the doctors told me that I could have gone blind if I got hit in my face again. So he's saying in the past, I have played when I didn't have to, or the doctor told me that maybe you shouldn't play, but it's up to you.
Right.
And he's saying, I did. And now I'm not doing it anymore. And I'm saying, is it because of this leak that he's saying, until I find out where that came from, I will not put myself at risk again for this team?
The leak about what happened behind the scenes in the players
called out by
the locker room.
Do you think he's that upset about that?
According to reports, he is.
I don't. But the reports, you can say one thing. It doesn't mean that's reality.
Well, how much of the how much of the new contract plays a role in that, though? Like the league, he got paid. He can just sit back. I'm not playing.
I think he's the leak, if anything. His management's the leak. Who else would be, quote, the leak? And at the end of the day, this is pro sports. You're an MVP. It's going to get
Did you hear what Barkley said last night?
I did hear that.
He said that Joel Embiid or whoever was the leak should be punched in the face.
Yeah, he did say that.
I'm cool with that.
That's what Barkley said last night. Whoever the leak was, that guy should be, or girl, should be punched in. Now, I don't think you want to punch the woman in the face, obviously, but his point was whoever leaked it should be punching. I guess I'm saying that don't dismiss the fact that it was just a guy who leaked it. It could have been anybody.
Some PR lady.
No idea who it was in that organization. But I think Joel, the reports were that he was upset by this whole situation on how this got out.
Well, he gets upset way too easily.
Well, I think Charles Barkley is a guy that when, people respect what he has to say, and he's saying now he did say Joel needs to take accountability, but that he has every single right to be upset that got out.
Well, let me pose this question to all three of you guys. Are the Sixers and Embiid on the same page still, or is there a rift now? Because that's what I'm worried about. Are they on the same page, lockstep with his rehab, with when he's going to play, when he's not, the organization?
Okay, so
not Joel.
Right. So you're talking about like ownership / front office?
Yeah, everyone. They all should be on the same page. If they sought all these medical opinions before the contract, right? That's we're on agreement that happened. So are they still on the same page?
The report was that they knew that his knee was going to be an issue.
So they were together.
They thought they could manage it.
They were in sync. Are they still in sync?
All right. This is Josh, I cannot hear you. Just tell me what the damn audio is, for God's sakes.
All right, let's hear Barkley ourselves. Here we go.
All right, there we go.
You cannot be late all the time. That's disrespectful to your teammates and your coaches and everybody. You can't be late. So first, Joel has to own that. Whoever leaked that to the press needs to be punched in the face. In a team meeting, those are sacred, Ernie. You can't tell out secrets in a team meeting.
All right, so that's Charles Barkley last night. Whoever leaked that out should be punched in the face.
It's intense. It's a little, I love Barkley. I don't disagree with him there, guys. I know we have more clips to get to, but just to add to that, I think this is problem 88 of 99. Right, like, well, okay, the leak is a big issue, and Joel Embiid has every reason. Like, come on.
Well, if
there's cause and effect.
I agree with you. I'm saying if the leak is resulting in him saying, you know what, I'm not doing it anymore, because I'm not going out there when I'm not 100% for this team until someone steps up and says, I was the person who threw you under the bus. Now, again, he needs to accept the fact that his teammates threw him under the bus and felt that he needs to show up. He needs to accept that. But he's also saying, I'm not saying he's right or wrong.
Right.
As Barkley said, he has the right to be mad. And my question is he, you can't tell me the guy scored 35 points in 35 minutes the other night, and then the next 2 games, he's not available to play. I can't imagine that the Sixers knew that that was going to be the case. They might have known he can't play back-to-backs, or he might not be able to play Wednesday if he played on 40 minutes on Monday. But to not be able to play a week later, I have to question whether or not there's some ulterior thought in his mind as to why he says, I am not playing tonight.
Hasn't that been, quote, the plan all along, fellas?
Not to sit out a week.
That's the plan, is for him to miss this entire season, essentially. That's the plan. I'm being dramatic, but I'm saying
rest up until April. What you're saying?
Yeah, exactly. Like, we know he's going to be in and out of the lineup because that's their plan. They want to try and preserve his bum knee.
Should they have came out and said that, though, in the beginning? Like,
of course.
He should not have came out and said that. Yeah. I don't think he should have came out and said that.
He should not have said that.
Okay, yeah.
He should not have said,
the message,
I am not playing on back-to-backs. And then he tried to cover it up by saying, well, I'm a troll.
Well, the team was investigated before the start of the season for the injury report and all that stuff.
Right, because he was practicing. He was scrimmaging. He was playing full 5-on-5, full-length court 12 hours before the opening tip.
Yeah, at what point? The report that the Sam Amick, he was on the show. Do we have that audio? I don't know what the audio is. I can't switch back and forth. I'm sorry. I don't know what this audio is. So, Josh, if you could set up what we have there. Sam Amick basically said he played in the Olympics and there was no problems there. He did not have issues at the Olympics. That he's saying something happened after the Olympics. So he's not blaming the Olympics for this injury. He's saying he went to the Olympics and he was fine. He played, and by all accounts, they thought he played pretty well. He wasn't Joel Embiid. They weren't asking him to be Joel Embiid. He wasn't playing 35 minutes a game and scoring 35 points. They asked him to do what he did. Some nights he didn't look like he fit with that team very well. He had one game where he was pretty good, but for the most part, everybody thought that he practiced hard. He was professional. He showed up.
Well, he was with LeBron James, Kevin Durant, and everybody else. Now he's with Caleb Martin.
Right. It's like, would they have had to have a team meeting in the Olympics? If he wasn't showing up, like they would have to have a team meeting.
That's my point. Is if you're around,
how hard is it to show up for that?
Right.
To your point,
you can't let down LeBron James.
No.
All right. Yeah. Let's play this one from Amick saying that Embiid's professionalism has been questioned before.
I knew that his professionalism had been questioned consistently, around the league and within the organization. I was a little surprised by, the second the top was blown off this story.
So he's saying when it all kind of came out and everyone just started piling on him about this being something that was like new. And he's saying, no, we all kind of knew that his professionalism has been questioned in the past.
Yeah. So I heard a really interesting story the other day on the Dan Le Batard show. I forget the guy that used to be an executive in the league.
Oh,
you know who I'm
Amir
Amin Al-Hassan.
Amin Al-Hassan. So he said, I'll try and get through this really quickly. He said that it is known, someone close to the 76ers, when he used to be an exec, said Joel Embiid would take the second bus to the stadium for road games. There's 2 buses that the NBA players used to take to road games when they're on the road. The first bus is for rookies and people that don't play. Rookies, even if you were the best player on the team, always went on the first bus. Joel Embiid and the Sixers, they let him show up late to the second bus. Right. So the point is, even as a rookie and second-year player, he was being enabled and showing up late to things that he shouldn't have even been invited to, is my point.
I think one of the problems has been the team has allowed this to happen, and now he's making $193 million, and it's hard to then reel it in and become more tougher on him, more stringent on, hey, man, you need to do X, Y, and Z when we didn't make you do that before.
He's already created these habits. He's not going to go back on it. It's very hard to change those habits. So, and now he's got paid. He could just lay back and say, well, I got paid. You guys think the world of me to give me that contract at 30 years old.
He's had 3 different coaches, right? Brett Brown, Doc Rivers, and now Nick Nurse in his career. And all 3 of those guys have just coddled him and nurtured him.
Yeah, but is it the coach
or is it the organization?
Or is it the organization that says to the coach, listen, no, you can't make Joel do stuff like that. And maybe that's why we see Nick Nurse getting frustrated.
You have to blame the organization
and his teammates as well, and a guy like Tyrese Maxey as well.
Yeah, I mean, I think Maxey is very frustrated by the fact that he is a guy that plays with so much joy and happiness, and he is now. I mean, he seems to be a little conflicted, Maxey. When you listen to him talk, he seems to be like,
there's nothing fun about this situation.
No, and not at all.
Yeah, so he's certainly conflicted.
He's conflicted, and he said the other day, I know we've been hurt, but that shouldn't, we can't not. This is not acceptable that we are 3-13.
But guys, isn't part of the problem here that Joel is whatever you want to call him, right? Whatever verb you want to describe him as. But the problem is, like Chuck said, he's not taking accountability, responsibility for anything. So how are we supposed to sit here and say, well, anything about Joel, except for Joel, you are contributing to the problem here?
It's almost laughable, and I've said similar things that you've just said, Josh, right? But let's take a step back, all of us. He's not contributing. He is the damn problem. Joel Embiid's the problem.
No. He is not the main culprit. The organization. The organization is the culprit.
Nick, it's his work ethic. It's his lack of accountability. It's his lack of leadership. It's his inconsistency.
But this goes back to the organization.
It's not yours. It's not
this
the
goes back to the
organization's.
organization, the way they've handled things in the past. They've enabled this. This stems from the organization.
They do take responsibility.
So it starts there. It's Embiid's
no, it
part
does
of
not
the problem.
start with someone else. It starts with Joel Embiid. It starts and finishes there. And listen, the organization could have been better. They can be better. They should be better. They need to be better. But Joel Embiid is the problem.
The problem is he's late to practice. He's late to shoot around. Then he shows up for the game and he drops 45 on him.
Well, and that's what Patrick Beverly said. He said, he shows up late to a game and he scores 70. What are we supposed to say to the guy?
Right, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
I tend to lean towards what you're saying, Nick, though. The organization, yes, Joel has fault in this. He started down a path, which he's wrong. The organization didn't nip it at the bud and allowed him to keep going. So you could say it's up to him to grow up and do it. But if the team did nothing when he was a young
on a Wednesday, happy hour Wednesday today.
Extra large, though.
Extra large
All
nugget
right.
today. Longer nugget. And nugget number 1, we're going to continue to talk about the 76ers. Ramona Shelburne.
throw a nice pass. Yes,
He's a
he
shell
can
of
still
himself.
run the floor. He gets up and down the floor, runs a break. When he gets out in fast break, he can still play. But in the half court, he's completely useless.
And if I'm Joel Embiid, right, like the report is essentially from what Nick Nuggs just broke down. He's trying to mend fences. He's reaching out to Joel Embiid. Joel Embiid has enough problems going on right now, right? Like if you're getting text messages from Ben Simmons, I think that's problem 88 right now on the list of 99.
Well, this was in the summer, so this was before all of the nonsense heading into the
so
season.
that's
This was in
so
the
he
summer.
put the bad juju on the Sixers. So it's once again Ben Simmons' fault.
So you're going to blame Ben?
I'll blame Ben.
You're blaming Ben for the season again.
Why not?
Can we just go back and make him the scapegoat? Is that
Yeah,
what we're going
it's
to do?
fine. I'm fine. I'm fine with that. No,
Well-
but it's how about how Ben Simmons has fallen, Markelle Fultz, how he's not even on a team right now. Joel Embiid is the last man standing.
I can't believe that because Markelle was actually average.
He was okay in Orlando.
Yeah, he was average.
At
He
his
was
best.
okay. I mean,
Yeah.
he wasn't anything great. I mean, he was.
Well, they gave him full opportunity to redeem himself, and
Yeah.
he missed that shot. Another
Yeah.
shot he missed.
I mean, he's not the first overall pick in the draft. Good, obviously, but he had a role that I thought was, I don't know. It's amazing that what happened to him, what happened to Ben, and how we got here.
Yeah.
It's Thanksgiving. I don't want to go down that road. It's
You don't
want to be
Amen. Amen.
Are we thankful that he's in Brooklyn right now? We can be thankful for that.
That's one thing we can be
I
thankful.
mean, he is taking accountability finally, like we mentioned.
Yeah.
That's respectable.
I mean, him heading into free agency next year. Now, the article does say from Ramona Shelburne, quote, could they ever try to figure it out together
No.
again? Question mark. One source called it unlikely, but stranger things have happened, especially with the Sixers.
You
can't dispute
cannot,
that.
not the way this season has gone, to bring that kind of drama back into this team with the drama they have going on right now.
Yeah.
There is no way that they could go down that road again. No way.
No.
0% chance.
It would be absolutely fascinating. Simmons probably just trying to, mend fences for his next contract heading into the summer. That's going to be fascinating to watch. All right.
I will say, I don't see any chance he gets it. I don't think he's on a team next year. I agree with you. I don't even think he's going to play in another. Although he could play in Australia. He is Australian.
I mean, it's like, dude, just admit and finally do what you always wanted to do, which is go ride jet skis in Miami and take Instagram.
He's got the money.
Because that's all he's ever done.
He had the max contract. This is last year of his
Exactly.
max deal.
He's $100 million man. So stop pretending like you want to play ball because you don't.
He loved the idea of being an NBA player, just not putting in the work. That's essentially the idea with Ben Simmons. All right. I said this earlier. I'm kind of tired of talking about it, but we're going to talk about it anyway. The Phillies and Juan Soto. There is another new report from Todd.
This is going to be the last time. Monday's edition of the Nuggets will not feature.
I can't wait.
A Juan Soto.
See, on Monday he'll have met with the Phillies. He'll have met with them.
Producer Pete has said he will
Hopefully
not allow a Juan
put
Soto
that.
question to enter the Nuggets on Monday.
Hopefully he signs
You're
by
banning
then, over the weekend.
I
Yes,
can't
it's
wait.
banned.
All right.
You banned, Jerry.
All right. So Todd Zalecki reported on their podcast, and that's part of Foul Territory. He reported that the Phillies have talked to Scott Boras about Juan Soto. They expect to meet with him, but they have not met with him yet. Now, there has been conflicting reports on the Phillies and Juan Soto and Dave Dombrowski wants to do. And we've talked about this, Mike, that Dave Dombrowski doesn't like to show his hand a ton. But there's been so many back and forth reports with Juan Soto. It just seems like it's going to be unlikely from the Phillies angle. But this is the hot stove. It's not too hot, but this is where we're at with the Phillies offseason and their pursuit of possibly signing